Man, it was vintage Clinton last night speaking at the Democratic National Convention. Boy, when he gets serious and he tells you to listen and he points that finger at you, he did that a lot during his presidency. And Gary Dietrich, Fox 40 political analyst from Citizen Voice, they were eating him up last night.
Hey, that's the classic. If that wasn't the classic Clinton line, I don't know what was. Listen to me.
Listen
now.
to me and point.
Listen to me. Yeah, point. Yeah, that's it. That's Clinton all the way, man.
Yeah. The fact checkers are going to have.
And
a
it was a short speech, which really helped.
Yeah.
Huh? I mean, kind of got through it. And,
were they expecting?
Oh, that's right. It was almost an hour. I'm sorry.
Expecting half an hour because it went
okay,
really long.
You know, I was on air last night doing radio stuff. Here's the deal. I told our team, well, he's going to blow the networks off. You know, he's supposed to be off at 8.
Right.
About 8:15, everybody's staring at the ceiling. You know, 8:25. Okay, I think I'm done now.
Yeah. But I have to tell you, I said the same thing about Michelle Obama. Forget about the politics. If you're a Republican, Democrat, I mean, you loved it or hated it, forget about that. For somebody standing there and giving a speech and being believable, he was great last night.
Hey, next to the great communicator, I mean, it's he and Reagan. In the modern era, there are no two better than Clinton and Reagan. And he is the rock star of the Democratic Party. Yes, they will anoint Barack Obama again tonight, but Bill Clinton rocks the House like nobody in the Democratic Party.
You know, it's not about, I mean, this is, everything here is not really about policy. It's not really about change. It's not about anything but coming up with some message that's going to get votes. So what was he trying to accomplish last night?
Well, I'll tell you what I was really interested in. Really 3 parts to the speech. The first part, the reaching out to moderates and even possible swing Republicans. References to Eisenhower, both Bushes. I was just unbelievable. Even Reagan himself.
Yeah, very generous to the Bushes. Yeah.
And so to me, that was the hands across the sea gesture. Then wonkish in the middle, defending the president on all this stuff. And at the end, it was the red meat. It was getting the base activated, and nobody does it better than Bill Clinton, saying you got to get out and work. We're in this fight.
Again, the fact checkers, they're going nuts over what he said regarding, you know, the president's alleged cuts to Medicare, the $700 billion. That's going to be hashed back and forth, but does it matter? I mean, he seemed to have delivered his message, and those who are going to believe it are going to have believed it, true or not, and I'm not going to judge on that right now either.
Yeah, you know, the fancy words for this, ethos and pathos, head and heart. You know, he does the heart thing better than anybody. Frankly, the figures he cited, the same things the campaign's citing all the time. 4.5 million jobs and yada, yada. Those are going to be fact-checked, hashed over. But nobody cared about that last night, and nobody watching it cared. It was all about Bill Clinton getting people fired up, and that's what this president needs to do. I mean, all the polls are showing, and his own party knows very well, people are not as ginned up as they were 4 years ago. That was his job.
It was all about Bill Clinton. There's no doubt about it. And again, he delivered it well. We're going to have you back next half hour. There was some other political wrangling that we both find much more interesting than a good speech by a former president last night. We're going to play a sound bite, and if you have not heard, that's really quite extraordinary. Some dissension in the ranks among the Democrats that was surprising, I thought.
That's right.
So stick around. And don't forget, you can always catch, if you're watching him on TV, you're seeing him on Fox 40. He's our political analyst. He will join us again in the 8 o'clock hour. Citizen Voice is a great resource for you when you're making your choices about elections, especially as the California elections roll around. We'll be chatting more next hour about 8:25. Coming up also in the 8 o'clock hour, the California Capitol Air Show